welcome to News Roundup, where we bring you highlights and key stories. I'm Sharifat Ibrahim. First, the headlines. Kogi Governor hails INEC for abiding by rule of law. Kogi government confirms rescue of all abducted Lokoja orphanage victims. Governor Ododo donates new bars to Confluence Queens. Now the news in details. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for what he described as a bold demonstration of institutional integrity and commitment to the rule of law as efforts to restore more constituencies in the state gains momentum. The Governor gave the commendation at a high-level stakeholders meeting on the restoration of more constituencies at the INEC's office in Lokoja, the state capital. Ododo expressed appreciation to the INEC chairman, Joas Ampwito, for his courage and professionalism, noting that the Commission's actions have helped restore public confidence in Nigeria's electoral system.
Let me begin by expressing the deep appreciation of the government and people of Kogi State to the Independent National Electoral Commission for demonstrating once again that it is an institution anchored on legality, guided by due process, and committed to upholding the strength and sanctity of our laws. Your actions, in line with the Federal High Court ruling and in accordance with the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, stand as a commendable example of institutional integrity and respect for the rule of law.
Further commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointing a man of impeccable character to lead the nation's electoral body, stressing that the decision is already strengthening democratic institutions and deepening internal democracy without undue interference. Earlier, the resident electoral commissioner in Kogi State, Shehu Abdul Wahab, said the commission is seeking the cooperation of all stakeholders to achieve its objectives, stressing that inclusive engagement remains critical to the success of the exercise.
INEC will be relying very seriously on the cooperation of relevant institutions and persons, which this meeting intends to achieve. Indeed, the calling of this meeting is to begin the process of soliciting for that cooperation, because this exercise we are about to commence is coming at a time when there are other electoral activities that are competing for space.
Also speaking, the Supervising National Commissioner of Kogi, Benue and Kwara States, Professor Sani Adams, explained that the meeting was convened to address long-standing concerns over suppressed constituencies and to ensure compliance with court rulings. He noted that constituencies are fundamental to bringing governance closer to the people and reaffirmed INEC's commitment to implementing the restoration process in line with legal and constitutional provisions.
Constituencies are meant not only to promote political interests, but also to bring government closer to the people. Now, we have come to Kogi State to see how we can implement the judgments of the court.
Legal representatives from affected constituencies argued that Kogi State currently operates below its constitutional entitlement, noting that while the state ought to have 36 state constituencies, it presently has only 25, an imbalance they say contradicts Section 91 of the 1999 Constitution. Governor Ododo had previously assured petitioners of a thorough, legally guided review of their demands, emphasizing compliance with due process and constructive engagement. Ahead of the 2027 general election, Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has said his support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is anchored on the transformative infrastructure and economic projects reshaping Kogi State and the nation at large. The governor made this known while receiving members of Team Tinubu 2027, led by its team lead, Bishop Stephen Adegbite, at the Government House in Lokoja. Umamat Musa, report.
Governor Ododo highlighted key projects, including road construction across critical corridors, renewed momentum around the Ajakuta Steel Company, the proposed airport project, the special agro-processing zone, and the Kogi-Hunan Free Trade Zone in the proposed Ajakuta Economic City as important milestones of the administration in Kogi State. He noted that this project reflects a deliberate effort to stimulate economic growth, create jobs, and position Kogi as a strategic hub in Nigeria's development agenda.
I've said it times without number. I said this time around, the re-election of Mr. President, we the younger ones, I will lead from the front. Yes. Why did I say so? You don't change a winning team. In this country, it has never happened. If you look at the numbers of the youth, both men and women in his own government, then what excuse do we have? Secondly, let me drive home. Abaji, Lokoja, Okene, Bini Road. It is in this country, a government, a minister on television said this road then was not economically viable. Nobody asked question. We couldn't do anything. But Mr. President came on board and said, no, that's an error. How? Today, the speed on that road and the quality of the work that is ongoing there, we will never take that one for granted. That alone, we will lead from the front.
He stressed that leading from the front in support of President Tinubu's re-election is a natural step, given the alignment between the president's renewed hope agenda and his administration vision to sustainable development in Kogi State. Earlier, the team lead for Team Tinubu 2027, Bishop Stephen Adegbite, commended Governor Ododo for maintaining a safe and secure environment in Kogi State, noting that the prevailing peace has enhanced economic activities and improved public confidence.
Everybody that wants to face reality will know that things have changed for a great nation. If you talk of floating of the naira, you talk of our economy now, and you talk of even the subsidy that was removed for better Nigeria. And today, you will testify, and people have said that the governor of Kogi State is not holding any civil servants with the support of Ajibola Tinubu.
He expressed confidence in the policies of the Tinubu administration, adding that the reforms and development strides recorded during his tenure as governor of Lagos State remain a strong indication of his capacity to transform Nigeria into a productive and industrialized nation. Umamat Musa, Luga TV News.
The Kogi State government has confirmed the rescue of all victims abducted from the Darul Kitab Islamic Orphanage in Lokoja, bringing a reassuring end to the incident. Victoria Steven, report.
The confirmation was made by the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fowl, on Wednesday. He disclosed that the victims were freed following coordinated search and rescue operations by troops of the 12th Brigade of the Nigerian Army in collaboration with other security agencies. According to the statement, the final phase of the operation carried out in the early hours of May 6, 2026 led to the safe recovery of 5 boys, 2 girls and 2 adult females from the Abaja forest axis in Lokoja local government area. The rescued victims have since been evacuated to a military medical facility where they are receiving appropriate care and attention. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo commended the gallant officers and men of the Nigerian Army and other security agencies for their courage, professionalism, and unwavering commitment to safeguarding lives and property in the state. He also acknowledged the resilience of the victims and their families, reiterating that the protection of all residents remains the foremost priority of his administration. Governor Ododo further expressed gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his continued support towards sustaining security and stability in Kogi State, as well as to heads of security agencies nationwide for their collaboration. The administration reaffirmed its zero-tolerance stance on kidnapping and other violent crimes, urging citizens to remain vigilant and support security agencies with timely and credible information. I'm Victoria Stephen.
The news roundup is coming to you on Lugat TV. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
Healthy population that is educated is the engine of development in any society. Primary healthcare centers have brought quality medical services closer to the people.
We took delivery of pregnant women here. We do postnatal services, antenatal services, immunization, and others. To be sincere with you, we thank God Almighty for all the effort His Excellency Usman Ahmed Ododo has put in place. in promoting our healthcare systems in Kogi State.
We appreciate the government of Usman Ododo, the governor of Kogi State. The man is very trying for us. We thank God for the health center. Anytime, either in the night or in the afternoon or in the morning, they are here already.
The impact he has brought to the welfare of workers in the state. For the first time in the history of our state, areas of promotion that is cash-backed, and also the implementation of the new minimum wage, being the first state government to begin the implementation after the announcement by the federal government a little over a year ago. So you can see that his performance has been very, very sterling. It's unprecedented in the history of our state. We are very proud of what we've done as a state. For the next 2 years, we are hoping that we are going to top what has been achieved, and it will be a ground for his re-election by 2027.
Continue to reflect on our achievements, learn from our past, and continue to strive for a more inclusive, prosperous, and more united Kogi State.
Welcome back. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has stressed the need for collective efforts towards the continued progress and stability of the state, saying unity of purpose remains critical to achieving meaningful development. The governor stated this while receiving former Kogi East Senator Nicholas Ugbane following his defection from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressives Congress (APC). Governor Ododo commended the former lawmaker for what he described as his passion for grassroots development and commitment to placing the interest of Kogi State above partisan considerations. He noted that the decision by Senator Ugbane to join the APC reflects growing confidence in the leadership direction of the party, both at the state and national levels.
Baba took his time to evaluate what we are doing, and at the end, he was convinced to come and add value to his children so that we can better serve our people. This is the party that is working in line with your vision for the state.
Speaking earlier, the APC Zona Chairman for Kogi East Al-Hassan Abdullahi described the defection of the two-time senator as a major political gain for the party. Also speaking, the Kogi State APC Chairman Momo Ezo welcomed Senator Ugbane into the party and expressed confidence that his experience and political influence would add value to the APC.
By special grace of God, I know your capability. I have been hearing about you positively. I know you are coming to add value to the existing value of APC in Kogi State. APC!
In his remarks, Senator Nicholas Ugbane said his decision to leave the PDP for the APC was born out of conviction and a commitment to the future of the people. He described his defection as a return home, stressing that Nigeria's development must rise above partisan divisions.
The APC has shown a clear commitment, devolving power to states and confronting insecurity head-on. One may ask, why am I joining the APC? The answer is simple. I'm just returning home.
The senator further stated that the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu represents tough but necessary reforms that previous administrations failed to implement. And on sports, in a move to revitalizing sports development in the state, Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has donated a brand new 32-seater bus to Confluence Queens Football Club. The intervention aimed at enhancing the mobility, morale, and overall competitiveness of the state-owned female football team underscores the administration's growing commitment to repositioning women's football for excellence and sustainability. Presenting the bus on behalf of Governor Ododo, the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo, reaffirmed the government's resolve to address structural and welfare challenges facing sports teams in the state. Fanwo noted that while football clubs across the country grapple with varying degrees of difficulty, the Kogi State government is intentional about providing tailored support to Confluence Queens to enable them compete effectively at the national level. He encouraged the players to remain focused and resilient, describing recent setbacks as a necessary phase in the journey to greater success. In his remarks, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Momo Stephen, commended the governor for the timely intervention, noting that the gesture would significantly boost the team's morale ahead of forthcoming competitions. Also speaking, the chairman of the club, Abdul Malik Isa, described the donation as long overdue, while appealing for sustained support, particularly in the areas of funding and player welfare, to enable the team compete favorably with their counterparts nationwide. The team manager Oluwatosi Ojo also commended the governor for prioritizing the female team, describing the gesture as a bold statement in promoting gender inclusion in sports development. And that is it on this week's episode of News Roundup. Until next week, I'm Sherifat Ibrahim. Thank you for staying with us.